Sad news in music history. No matter what genre of music you love, there's a good chance you've heard the name Clive Davis over the last 6 decades. The iconic music executive has passed away at the age of 94, leaving behind a legacy that helped shape modern music. While he never stood behind a microphone, played a guitar, or performed on stage, his impact on the music industry was every bit as significant as the stars he discovered and guided. Clive Davis possessed an extraordinary ability to recognize greatness before anyone else did, earning him the nickname, "the man with the golden ears." He didn't just follow musical trends, he often created them. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Clive Davis never intended to build a career in music. He was an exceptional student who graduated from New York University before earning a law degree from Harvard. His legal background gave him a disciplined, analytical approach that set him apart from the stereotypical music executive. He joined Columbia Records as a lawyer, but his sharp instincts quickly propelled him through the ranks. By late 60s, he had become president of the label during one of the most transformative periods in music history. A visit to the Monterey Pop Festival that same year completely changed his perspective. Watching artists like Janis Joplin perform convinced him that rock music had become much more than entertainment. It had become art, culture, rebellion, and a powerful force that would define generations. Under Clive Davis's leadership, Columbia Records became home to an astonishing collection of legendary artists. He helped guide the careers of Janis Joplin, Santana, Chicago, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, Earth, Wind and Fire, Aerosmith, Blood, Sweat and Tears, and many others. While no single executive can claim full credit for an artist's success, Davis had a remarkable ability to recognize talent long before the rest of the world caught on. He understood not only who could become a star, but also what songs, producers, and timing would help unlock that potential. After leaving Columbia in the 70s, Clive Davis founded Arista Records, where his influence became even greater. Rather than focusing on one style of music, he embraced every genre, signing and developing artists from rock, pop, soul, and R&B. At Arista, he worked with Barry Manilow, Patti Smith, Air Supply, Dionne Warwick, and helped engineer the remarkable comeback of Aretha Franklin, bringing the Queen of Soul back to the top of the charts with hits like Freeway of Love and her unforgettable duet with George Michael, I Knew You Were Waiting. Perhaps no artist was more closely associated with Clive Davis than Whitney Houston. He discovered her incredible talent and carefully helped shape her early career, ensuring every song, album, and release arrived at exactly the right moment. Whitney's debut album launched one of the greatest careers in music history, and although her once-in-a-generation voice was undeniable, Davis built the platform that introduced that voice to the world. His relationship with Whitney remained one of the defining chapters of his life, making her tragic death in 2012 especially heartbreaking. She passed away just hours before Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy Gala, forever casting a shadow over one of the music industry's most prestigious events. Clive Davis also believed that great careers could be reinvented. He helped revive the careers of veteran artists like Dionne Warwick and Rod Stewart, whose Great American Songbook albums became enormous commercial successes. Even as musical tastes changed through the decades, Davis continued proving he could spot the next generation of stars. During the 90s, he became connected with LaFace Records, helping introduce artists such as TLC, Toni Braxton, Usher, Outkast, and later partnering with Sean Puff Daddy Combs during the rise of Bad Boy Records. Instead of becoming outdated, like many executives of his generation, Davis continued evolving with the industry. In the 2000s, when many people his age were retiring, Clive Davis launched J Records and once again demonstrated his incredible instincts by signing Alicia Keys. Her debut album, Songs in a Minor, became one of the biggest breakthroughs of the decade, winning multiple Grammy Awards and selling millions of copies. He also worked with artists including Kelly Clarkson, Jennifer Hudson, Luther Vandross, Maroon 5, and Leona Lewis, proving that even after 4 decades in the business, he still knew how to recognize extraordinary talent. Away from the boardroom, Clive Davis's personal life was just as eventful. He was married twice and became the father of 4 children. His first marriage was to Helen Cohen. Together, they welcomed 2 children, but after 10 years of marriage, the relationship came to an end, and the couple divorced. A few years later, Davis found love again and married Janet Adelberg. They had 2 more children together, and unlike his first marriage, the couple remained together for more than 2 decades before eventually divorcing. For many years, Clive Davis kept much of his private life out of the public eye. Then, at the age of 80, he surprised many fans when he released his autobiography, The Soundtrack of My Life. In the book, Davis publicly revealed that he was bisexual, sharing that he had relationships with both women and men after his second marriage ended. His decision to speak openly about his sexuality later in life was widely praised for its honesty and courage, and he explained that he wanted to tell his story on his own terms rather than allow others to define it for him.